With KHON2 Weather, Kamaka Pili.
Happy Aloha Monday. We continue to see gusty conditions prevail across all the islands, and we will continue to see that throughout tomorrow. Tonight, we do see a little uptick of shower activity taking place, and that's as this little band of moisture being pushed in with those easterly trades begin to move over the islands. And it's going to really just focus over most of the windward areas, but it's the leeward sides that need those drops of water. But unfortunately, tomorrow, the threats of fire, strong winds, and ocean conditions remain elevated. Wind advisory in effect from Molokai down to portions of Hawaii Island, which now include the summits of Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa. That, in addition to a small craft advisory, both of those take us to tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. And in terms of our surf, not much changes. Flat to 2 remain up towards the north, 1 to 3 for the west and the south, 4 to 6, and the choppiest conditions remain for the east as those trades are directly funneling in from the east and focusing again those showers over windward and Mauka sections. But right now, we're really in this dry atmosphere that's situated around the islands, despite the fact we have some high-level clouds and moisture that linger over, which is giving a nice, beautiful sunset this evening. As we step into Wednesday, into Thursday, and getting into that second half of the week, wind speeds are going to ease off just a tad. Nothing significant, but from 30 miles an hour down to around 20, 25 miles an hour, and that carries us into the weekend, which wind speeds will continue to decrease to more calm to light conditions up to around 15 miles an hour. But with that, and speaking of leeward areas and just highlighting leeward showers, we see very quiet, very low, isolated showers, if anything. So we're going to continue to keep our eyes on the threat of wildfire conditions. The good news is, though, stepping into the days ahead of us, humidity levels or the saturation of our air, those numbers are starting to climb up, which means we're going to have more moisture, which helps to prevent any fires from losing control. But as of right now, in terms of drought conditions, which really speak to the vegetation and the fuel to potential outdoor fires, where we see the most severe conditions or extreme conditions on Hawaii Island up towards the north. The area where we are anticipating drought conditions to develop is the Kona coast of Hawaii Island. For Maui County, leeward sections of Maui and both Molokai and portions of Lanai, that's about 40% of that particular island cluster and the drought conditions there. Here on Oahu, of course, it's our Waianae coast, but we're in moderate drought conditions. The entire island, though, is under some type of abnormally dry conditions, and Kauai seems to see the least amount, but of course, its leeward areas, the Waimea to Kekaha area, is seeing the driest conditions there. So we do anticipate winds are going to continue to remain in breezy fashion, and that's going to start to taper down Wednesday into Friday, and again, weaker conditions this weekend. For those who are keeping up with Kilauea, the next window of potential episode 28 is today through Friday, with the greatest likelihood taking place either Wednesday or Thursday.